I'd love to hear how you define bodybuilding and if it's changed over the years. Do you define it in terms of the competitive sport and using weight training solely to build your body? And if so, which type of bodybuilding training would you relate most to when it comes to bodybuilding? Because if you look at all the competitors from decades past, they've all followed different training splits, different styles of training. But I think for a lot of people, they kind of associate bodybuilding with the high volume body part split routines, even though, like I said, a lot of competitive bodybuilders have followed many different approaches over the years. Now, for myself personally, I really like to take an inside approach when it comes to building my body. It begins by providing your body with the proper fuel to allow you to grow and perform at your absolute best. Now, I always start my day with a breakfast shake here. So I've got 1 cup of homemade kefir in here, which is great for gut health. I've got 1 cup of unsweetened vanilla cashew milk in here, an acelote of spinach, a banana, and a scoop of protein powder. And this is when I also take a lot of my supplements in here. And it's mostly focused on making sure I'm getting an adequate amount of each micronutrient. So you got mostly vitamins and minerals here, besides Tomcat Alley and Cistanch, which I find really helps with my vigor, vitality. I have had blood work done where it has increased my testosterone levels, but mostly, again, vigor, vitality, libido, those kinds of things. Like those supplements, testosterone boosting supplements, aren't going to pack on tons of muscle or anything like that, but they can have a positive impact on your overall well-being. But besides that, it's like I said, mostly like vitamins and minerals that I am taking here. So vitamin D3, which is plus K2, which is great this time of year, the winter months here where I'm not exposed to as much sunlight. Vitamin B, it's a B complex in there. Again, great for making sure that my energy levels are at the proper dose. I'm performing at my best. Now, I had my blood work done. Vitamin B12 levels are in the normal range, but since supplementing with vitamin B12 or B complex there, my levels are now in the optimum range. Magnesium, huge for me. Boron has been super helpful, as well as zinc. Love these morning walks, my furry homie Chiefy dog here, although they are not much of a walk anymore. Basically just walk around this little parquet area here with his joints bothering him now, even in spite of having the monthly injections there and having him on joint supplements and doing everything we can to take care of him here. At 13 years old, been a lot of wear and tear on his body there, but just let him walk around, sniff on all the trees and leaves and pee on them all. I let him go wherever he wants to go, and it just really grounds me in the moment, just truly just provides me with a sense of gratitude like I've never had before. Even when I used to be grounded in the moment during our longer walks and just really being present and focused on nature and my surroundings, it's just taken a whole new meaning now at a slower pace here, and just really appreciating life and every single little moment that I have with my furry homie here. I'm about to head out the door. First, I'm going to yoga class, then following that up with a workout. I'm gonna try to get you guys some footage from my training today. I've added 4 scoops of Infinity Light to my water. This is an electrolyte product, actually the most comprehensive and complete electrolyte product that I've ever seen out there on the market. I did a review on this recently. It has been an absolute game changer for me. I used to cramp up all the time, and since I've started adding Infinity Light to my water, I rarely ever cramp up anymore, and I do find it improves my performance overall. Yoga absolutely kicked ass, and how I define bodybuilding today includes yoga. It builds my balance, my coordination, builds my mind-muscle connection, it builds my mobility, my flexibility, the stability of my joints, and a lot of the poses that we hold, like an isometric contraction, definitely builds strength in different ways. And all of those things carry over into my weight training practice, but including the athletic movements such as the crow, handstands, forearm stands, all of that stuff, there's absolutely no question about it, builds my strength and builds muscle. Leg day, baby, and damn did it ever kick ass. Now, the way I used to define bodybuilding was focusing on building the show muscles.
how I now define bodybuilding is building my body as a whole. And the one thing that yoga has brought to my awareness is that although my quads and my hamstrings are strong, my inner thighs, outer thighs, and my hip flexors are very weak. Now, I used to think they were just tight, but they're also very weak. And what would happen is that whenever I do any kind of hip flexion movement, my quads would cramp up because they're doing more work than they needed to. So ever since I started incorporating in hip flexor exercises, such as a hip flexor machine here, my quads no longer cramp up whenever I'm doing hip flexion movements. My hip flexors are so much stronger, and I'm also working on the mobility and the flexibility, the range of motion with my hip flexors too. Inner thighs, outer thighs, again, those are exercises that a lot of guys think are for women for some reason, but they're so beneficial, especially when you want to develop your thighs as a whole. Like those muscles, especially the inner thighs, take up a lot of real estate with your thighs. But again, there's exercises in yoga such as like athletic movements such as the dragon pose, where I couldn't hold my leg up off the ground because my inner thighs would cramp up. They're just too weak to hold myself up. They're still not strong enough to do that movement the way I want to perform it, but it's getting there. I'm building upon it because I'm working in those exercises into my training a lot more often. Really happy with how the Romanian deadlift went today. Ever since separating my shoulder there, second degree shoulder separation, I haven't really had the stability in the joint or the strength to kind of hold those heavy dumbbells in my hand. So it felt really good to hold those 95-pound dumbbells, crank out several reps there, feel the focus contraction in the hamstring, the nice stretch, glutes getting activated there as well. And also at the same time, it's helping improve the stability and the strength of my upper back muscles, of the scapula. So really, really happy with the way the workout went today. Doing some run around on the go today and just picked up some protein bars, all natural ingredients in here. Daryl's bars, absolutely love this flavor. The chocolate pecan caramel, as well as the peanut butter one, is one of my favorites as well. Unfortunately, too many guys focus most of their attention on working out when it comes to building their body. They know the importance of rest days and recovery when it comes to repairing, rebuilding, and growing their muscles, but they just can't help themselves. They have this fear of missing out, that if they're not weight training, if not in the gym working out, they're missing out on potential gains. They have this mindset that more is better, even though they know how important it is to rest, to allow your body to recover. That's when you're actually growing. So I'm encouraging you to embrace rest days, to get out there and live your life to the fullest. This is one of the things that I really enjoy doing. It's a form of active recovery, getting out in nature, great for my mindset, great for stress relief. It just brings great joy to my life, especially this time of year when the owls will be mating soon. So trying to track their habits, their routines, and figure out where they're going to nest this year so we get a good chance at seeing how many owlets they may have. So this stuff makes me feel alive, and it's a great complement to my weight training. So again, embrace rest days, live your life to the fullest. That's really what this is all about. Just took myself on a dinner date, which I absolutely love doing. Really great restaurant here that I don't get to too often. I guess you could say it's fine dining. I started off with their bread, fresh bread, a salad, and an old fashioned, which was absolutely freaking delicious. And then my entree was a 10-ounce prime rib with some garlic mashed potatoes and mushrooms and fried onions. Overall, we're looking at about 2,500 calories, which for me personally, my maintenance level calories is around 2,700 calories. I'm 5'7", 150 pounds, 49 years young. So between the shake and the protein bars, those were in total probably around 800, 900 calories. So this puts me about 800 to 900 calories over my maintenance level, which I don't mind doing when it comes to building my best body. When it comes to bodybuilding, I mean, that's pretty much a bro meal right there. potatoes and steak and some veggies in there with the salad. A solid meal for a bodybuilder there. Alcohol, again, I drink alcohol in moderation. I'm very responsible with my alcohol intake. Like one drink, I like savor every sip. As with the meal, I savor every bite. So I don't need more than one drink. Every once in a while, I'll have two. Max, I have 3 drinks out there. That's always my limit, but I don't drink often. And when I do, I enjoy it, and I enjoy it responsibly. So what's going to happen, considering I'm over my calories, I'll just balance things out throughout the rest of the week. Eat a little bit less. It's not that big of a deal. Yesterday, I ate a little bit less as well, knowing that this was going to be a higher calorie meal. I honestly don't know how people do appetizers and dessert when you have a meal like that. I was more than satisfied from that. So actually feeling like just a little bit full. Definitely not stuffed, but just right. So even though the calories are high, it's not like it was like massive amounts of volume that I'm walking out of there feeling stuffed. So when it comes to my nutrition, I'm pretty relaxed with it. Like I'm aware of the calories because it was on the menu, and I have the protein bars, the calorie contents on the label there anyways, but I have those every once in a while, so I'm aware of the calories that are in that. I know how many calories are in my shake. So even though I don't track my calorie intake anymore, I have a heightened sense of awareness as to how much I consume there. So it makes it easy for me to realize that, all right, I need to eat a little bit less over the next couple of days to kind of balance things out. So golden, I'm not going to need to eat anything the rest of the day, but I am going to get home and get Chief out for our evening walk.
Winding down for the day, gonna watch a Christmas movie and do some self-massage at the same time. So I'll be using a lacrosse ball. Also going to be using the Beastie Ball and the hook. This comes from Rumble Roller, as well as the Rumble Roller back behind me there. Also going to work on the trigger points in my psoas muscle. So that's down in this area. So the psoas kind of attaches to the spine as well as the hips. Chief is very curious about this. So this is from Aletha Health. I've done a review on that in the past as well. I'll link to that down below, as well as some other little gadgets, some bigger balls again from Aletha Health there. And just doing some gentle stretching. And once again, like building your best body. Bodybuilding is so much more than what we do in the gym. Like releasing these trigger points and getting my body to feel loose and limber so I can perform my best and feel my best is what building your best body is all about. It's ridiculous to just spend all your time in the gym beating yourself down, feeling tight, feeling stiff, feeling immobile, just not functioning at your best. That's just not worth it in my eyes. That's not bodybuilding. That's not building your best body. Yeah, it's building the show muscles and all of that, but if you want to feel your best and build your body in all aspects as a whole, you want to be incorporating everything I've been sharing today, improving upon your mobility, your flexibility, the stability of your joints, your balance, your coordination, your strength, not just in the gym from the weight training, but other calisthenic movements and other static holds that could be done from yoga practice. Again, inversions, handstands, crows, all that kind of stuff is so much fun. Planche, there's just so many different calisthenic exercises that have really improved how my body looks, performs, feels, and the strength-wise as well. So incorporating that has just been absolutely worked wonders for me. And again, talking about building your body from the inside out with supplementation. Speaking of which, as I'm winding down, I did just take some more magnesium glycinate, which is great for calming yourself down, relaxing. So it's helpful when it comes to getting a great night's sleep, in addition to some ashwagandha. That's something I usually take about 4 times per week. It's an adaptogen, so you don't want to be taking that every single day. Your body gets used to it. And I forgot to mention when I got home earlier, I also took some creatine, so 5 grams of creatine monohydrate. Been rolling with that. Again, not just for performance. It can improve your strength. It can improve your muscle endurance, but brain health, heart health, and some other benefits that we're discovering with creatine as well. So when it comes to bodybuilding, you want to focus on building your best body overall as a whole. Those are my thoughts. Would love to hear yours. Make it a great day.